Hello, my name is Marcelo, and today I'm going to be presenting to you the Glera grape variety. So Glera grapes are green-skinned grapes that are grown in northern Italy. They are the grape that are used to make Prosecco, and they originated in the region of Prosecco. There are three types of Glera grapes, which can be interchangeably used. The word Prosecco grapes. They are Glera Lungo, Glera Tondo, and Glera Nostrano. The reason I chose this wine was because my girlfriend suggested Prosecco, and it's her favorite wine. And when I did the extra credit assignment for V is for Vino, I thought that the episode is really interesting and that it would be worth looking into more. So the origin of Glera grapes. Glera grapes have been around far before Prosecco. So even though they're known for making Prosecco, they were around hundreds of years ago, back during the Roman era. And so it's likely that those wines were not sparkling wines. They could have even been still wines. So the region that they're mostly produced is collectively called Prosecco, but there are, if you look on the figure to the left, there is the Veneto and Friuli regions. So that's where the majority of it is made. In 2009, DOCG regulations made it illegal for sparkling wines produced in other regions to be called Prosecco. The reason that this was because Prosecco had become such a popular drink that other wine producers wanted to get in on it, but they weren't doing it the same way. They weren't getting their grapes from the same places. They weren't Glera grapes. And so they wanted to be able to say, no, we are the originators of Prosecco, like we started this. So that's how they were able to get that done. The way that they used to do it before all the machinery was called ancestral method. So the way that happens is there's the fermentation that happens during the day when it's nice out, and then during the night it gets really cold because they're on the side of the mountains and the hills. So the nights get cold and it stops fermentation. And after that, it becomes warm again the next day when it becomes spring, and the warmth will cause the yeast to react with the sugar. So it produces more residual sugar, and then it makes CO2 bubbles, which is why it is sparkling. So Glera wines are no longer produced using the ancestral method. They're not produced using the tank method. So there's two classifications that they can be referred to as. It's frizzante, which means that it's just fizzy, so it's not like fully sparkling, which is what spumante is. So I looked, and as opposed to like a wine glass, it's best served in like a tulip-shaped glass. The glass I'm using today is a champagne glass, which is the closest thing I have. The primary flavors of Prosecco are green apple and melon, but also there's pear, cream, and lager, as you can see in the figure to the left. And Glera wines are also produced in Australia and Slovenia. They have like a special pass, I guess, to still call it Prosecco, just because of where they get the grapes from. Just some fun facts about Glera grapes is that the first winemaking school was established in Conegliano, which is inside where Glera grapes were originated. And then there is a National Prosecco Day, which is on August 13th. The reason it's on that day is because Prosecco is just a light-bodied, like fresh wine that people like during the summer. So they kind of get together towards the end of the summer and are all able to drink Prosecco together. Okay, so I looked into wines or other Proseccos, and the cheapest price point was around $8 or $9. So this one's Mianetto Prosecco Brut. So it is a dry Prosecco, and it is classified as Prosecco DOC. So it is the most common type, the DOC, and it can be found in the Veneto and Friuli regions where they get the grapes from, and it's the most affordable. So this is the one I picked for today. It's Nino Franco Prosecco Rustico at $17.99. So this wine is a step of quality above that last one. It's called Prosecco Conegliano Valdobbiadene Superior DOCG, which means that it was grown in the hillsides of Valdobbiadene and Conegliano. So it's every step of quality higher you get, the more exclusive the place is. So there's less of that wine being produced there. The reason I picked it as the wine to drink today is because I saw it was ranked #1 on the Wine Enthusiast Top 100 of 2019. And it wasn't crazy expensive, so I thought might as well try it. So the most expensive wine I found is also the highest quality. So it is called Bisol Prosecco Valdobbiadene Superior de Cartiz DOCG, and it is $32. So although this is the highest quality of Prosecco you can get, it is not crazy expensive at only $32. So high quality and affordable. Okay, so I have my wine here. I'm gonna go ahead and open it. I already peeled the foil off. A little louder than it should have been, but there's a pour here. The way you can see the bubbles in there. Here. It's a very light, pale, straw yellow. It's not too pronounced, but definitely get the citrus flavors, maybe or scents, maybe some floral scents. Okay. It's really good. Carbonated for sure, obviously. So definitely the citrus is what hits you the hardest out of all of it. Just the acidity that comes from that. Maybe like a orange zest. So I could definitely also taste those primary flavors from earlier. Just some pear, maybe not so much green apple, but I think more of just a pear taste there. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that with, we'll do it sweet first. So I have this banana bread here. Take a piece of that. It pairs well. It's a drier wine. It's not too sweet, so it's not like it's overbearing. You know, this is obviously sweet banana bread, but the wine itself isn't very sweet, so I think it pairs pretty nicely. Next, we'll go with salami. I think that's good. The saltiness from that, even the fat in that, kind of counteract how acidic that is. I feel like if you had something too salty with the acidity, it would just be too much on the palate. But it's not too salty, and the fat kind of helps even that out. I am interested to see how the orange is with it. I don't know if it'll be too overbearing with the acid, but we'll see. I think it complements very nicely. It's not too much on the palate, too much on the tongue. It's enough sweetness, just enough acidity. I think it works pretty well. And then we'll try the cheese. Nothing, maybe not the best pairing. I think just the provolone cheese itself like isn't strong enough. Maybe if I had like maybe a sharper cheddar cheese, it would the flavor profile would probably fit better there. But yeah, overall not too bad. I think the best pairing overall though would have to be with the sweet of the banana bread. I think would be my favorite pairing out of all of them. So yeah, thank you for listening to my presentation and good luck with finals.